Hi, I'm Aaron and I'm here to demonstrate the Tone Hungry Effects Fuzz Cream Fuzz Pedal. This is a very fun fuzz pedal to use, and the reason is a lot of times you have certain controls on a pedal and then somebody will throw in one that makes it fun. So the one on this one is the bias knob. So you've got your regular level and fuzz, which do what you would think. There's the amount of fuzz, and then there's the volume to either boost or cut. But on the bias knob on this pedal does an interesting thing. To the far left, it makes it almost like a really thick, nice overdrive. It's very standard, although sounds great. And then if you turn the bias all the way up, what you get is the almost like the Fender Blender, like the glitchy, strange sounding fuzz effect. So it can get a lot of the different variations and shades that you'd want out of any fuzz pedal. So we're going to get into some examples now. So for this first example, I'm going to use the same settings that I had in the intro. I've got this guitar on the bridge pickup, which I always like the bridge pickup for fuzzes because they're the least muddy for me. And I've got this Purdy Tube Amps MP18 set to not be overdriving. So I've got a pretty thin tone there for my clean tone. And for this one, I've got the bias knob, which is the fun knob, in the middle position. The level and fuzz are actually quite a bit of the way up, and so to me, this is the most iconic fuzz sound of the pedal. So sort of the most standard in the fuzz department. And here it is. I'll turn the fuzz all the way up. So pretty standard. I guess for this example, I'm going to turn the fuzz back down a little bit to where it was before, roughly 3 o'clock, almost 3 o'clock. And what I'll do is I'll sweep through the bias knob so you can see what it's doing. So with the bias all the way down, I find that this actually kind of sounds like an overdrive pedal to me. So here's that. All the different settings on this fuzz they can get pretty thick, but it does have a brightness to it that helps it not get so muddy. So that was the bias all the way down. We'll do it about halfway to the middle. So you hear it start to get a bit thicker there. We've done the middle. Let's do it again quick. Getting pretty thick. Halfway to maximum. So you can start to hear how the relationships between the notes are sounding weirder, glitchier, just all around dirtier. I know that the Fender Blender is known for some of these strange tones, and we're getting close now. Here it is again. So yeah, a little more dissonance between notes. Now we're going to crank the bias all the way up. So it's like the battery is dying on something. It's like it's like the end of the world. It's like you're killing your pedal, but you have total control over it. So it's really cool. You also find that the notes, I mean, it's almost like when the bias is all the way up, the pedal doesn't even have the oomph to keep the sound coming out once it decays to a certain point. So it's almost gated. You know, like you turn it on, you get dead silence until you... It kind of fades out in a really dirty way, and it kind of mutes. And so if what you're wanting to do is add some chaos to your tone, this pedal can do everything in that range. So another thing that fuzz pedals are known for, this fuzz is no exception, and that is their dynamic response to where your volume on your guitar is set. It's much more dramatic than an overdrive. So I've got this now set where the bias is just below noon, the level and fuzz are up pretty high, around 230, and here is the clean tone. I've got it on the neck pickup now, so we're going for more of a thick, rich tone, which this pedal also provides. Here's that, with the pedal off. And now with the pedal on and my volume all the way up, so you can hear the, like, just the thickness of that tone and how fuzzy that is. Now I'm going to back off the volume on the guitar. So there's lots of sustain to be had with this pedal and lots of dynamicness if you're good with the volume knob on your guitar. So this pedal is not designed to be really a clean boost. And I, for one, think that that's in keeping with the way tone-hungry effects look at fuzz and overdrives and that kind of thing. The philosophy being transparent, you know, transparent is okay, and they've got the treble master for that, and they've got other booster things for that. But if you're using a fuzz, what you want is as many different textures of fuzz as you can. So that's too many words to say that with the fuzz all the way down, you've still got a decent amount of fuzz. It's actually still pretty hairy. So here it is on the bridge pickup with the fuzz all the way down. The level is up, and the bias is at about 10 o'clock. So it's still pretty thick. Backed off, that's still quite transparent. This setting is kind of cool because I'm playing some thicker chords and no, there's not great note definition in terms of picking out all of the different notes, but it still sounds good. It doesn't sound wrong, so it sounds actually awesome. For some shoegazy type of stuff. It's epic and huge, and yet somehow the muddiness is nice. So depending on what you want to use it for. So fuzz is one of those effects for me that inspires different things. It's an inspirational effect, and it kind of tells you how to play. And as such, this Fuzz Cream from Tone Hungry Effects is really great that way. I actually highly recommend it. It's one of the most versatile fuzz pedals I've seen. It doesn't pretend to be anything other than what it is, and yet it does so much. So go on Facebook and look up Tone Hungry Effects. They're hand-built by Juan in Calgary, Alberta. They look great, and yeah, check them out. I think this pedal is capable of a lot, but as a bonus thing, I was enjoying the sort of shoegazy sound we had right at the end there, and I'm just going to put some big reverb, courtesy of the Pretty Tube Amps reverb pedal that I have, and so this is just a little bonus at the end of the video here.